Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Workplace Navigation Podcast. I'm Mike Sanders, your host. This podcast is focused on presenting creative solutions to typical problems the workforce experiences. Everett Souders once wrote a book way back in 1989 entitled The Unnatural Act of Management. An accomplished business consultant, he described management as producing results through others. He framed the challenge of getting people to collectively produce value as an unnatural act. After presenting over 100 presentations on management at symposiums and conferences nationwide, my conclusion is the workforce is a genius at solving management problems and management itself. So this podcast is dedicated to uncovering the brilliance of our workforce, to engage the workplace as an organism that can be enriching, healthy, and even transforming. So let's bring in our featured guest today.
Hello, everyone. I will be your special guest today. Today, I'd like to talk about several harmful personas that we may encounter in the workplace, to identify them and have strategies to deal with them. The fact is that we may encounter these, we probably will encounter these personas, and to not have a strategy puts us at a disadvantage. And I think as we talk about some of the traits of them, you'll recognize them. And I'm going to introduce a new persona today. These are the personas that we want to discuss: narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths, and a new term, a new persona that I call baby sharks. So first, let's identify them, and I'll read you the textbook definitions of them. A narcissist: someone with an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive admiration and lack of empathy for others. They often exploit relationships to boost their own ego. A psychopath: a person characterized by persistent antisocial behavior, impaired empathy and remorse, bold and impulsive traits, a superficial charm, and often linked to an innate neurological differences in emotional processing, or it's a biological development. Hardwired. A sociopath: an individual who exhibits antisocial behavior, a disregard for social norms and others' rights, and a limited capacity for empathy and guilt. This persona is typically shaped more by environmental factors like upbringing or trauma rather than a purely biological factor or factors. And then I introduced a new persona called Baby Shark. A baby shark hides in the shadows and attacks others as a sniper, hidden. They bolster themselves in an organization by calling into questions others' proposals, others' positions or actions, disabling or crushing them. Mission accomplished, the baby shark recoils back into the shadows. Deceitful, superficial, and self-centered, they are distinguished from actual sharks who clearly signal their presence. Baby sharks can make a career out of doing this, and many of you know these types that I'm mentioning. So now that we've identified them, once you identify these, how do you engage them? And as I look through the engagement strategies for all these personas, I found a common theme. So I want to introduce those to you now. First, identify them. Who are you dealing with? Second, limit your interactions with them if you can. Third, set clear boundaries and enforce them. Fourth, don't take things personally that happen or that are said, because know that it's not personal. Not personal at all. Don't engage them emotionally. Don't provide them personal information. Avoid confrontation if you can. Limit interactions, avoid confrontation. Communicate clearly and ask questions. Particularly with a baby shark, asking questions shines a light on their activities and they don't like that. Communicate clearly and ask questions and then remain calm and don't panic. Don't panic. Stay calm. Remember, you have a strategy. Don't try to fix them. They can't be fixed. Have a way out or an exit plan. Think of this in advance. In summary, these Personas can exemplify themselves in various degrees. In other words, a person doesn't have to be completely homogeneously a narcissist to be a narcissist. Narcissism, sociopaths, baby sharks, psychopaths, they can be in various degrees. A person could have a bad night's sleep. A car alarm could go off at 2 a.m. in the morning and they come to work tired, and then that trait comes out. Or they could be threatened by a job loss or some other thing, unfortunate incident in their family or divorce or what have you, financials. It doesn't matter. It could be in various degrees and various dates. It could come and go. So understand that. So be prepared in people that you don't know that well that could exhibit this when they haven't exhibited it before. The point is, have a plan. The point is, think about it. Even though you look at work as this, you're used to work, you go there, you're qualified, you know what you're doing, you're confident. The work looks like this lake with no ripples in it, this nice, serene lake. But underneath it, lots of things can be going on. Be prepared for that. So this is just a wake-up call, a check call. Think about it, have an engagement plan, and I wish you the best of luck. Take care.